In society, the terms bailable and non-bailable offences are frequently used, often leading to a great deal of confusion about a person's rights and the legal process. Today, in this video, we will clearly break down the distinctions between these two types of offences, and by the end, all your doubts about this crucial legal concept will be completely cleared. What is bail? Bail is the temporary release of an accused person from legal custody while they awaited trial or investigation. It is granted by a court on the condition that the accused guarantees their appearance for all future legal proceedings, often secured by a personal or security bond. Types of bail. Regular bail. This is granted to an accused person after they have been arrested and are already in police or judicial custody. It is sought under section 437 and 439 of CrPC for both bailable and non-bailable offences. Anticipatory bail. This is a pre-arrest direction granted by the Sessions Court or High Court to a person who apprehends being arrested for a non-bailable offence. It protects the person from being taken into custody at the time of their arrest, subject to the conditions imposed by the court. Interim bail. This is a temporary bail granted for a short period while the court is still considering the main application for a regular or anticipatory bail. It offers immediate time-bound relief and expires on the date to the court decides on the bail application. Bail on personal bond or personal recognition. The accused is released based on their written promise to appear in court without needing to furnish any monetary security or third-party security. This is typically granted for minor or less serious offences, relying solely on the accused's self-assurance. Statutory bail. This is an absolute right of the accused if the investigating agency fails to complete its investigation and file the charge sheet within the statutory time limit, that is, for example, 60 or 90 days. It is granted under section 127 clause 2 of 167 of clause 2 of the CrPC, giving the accused the mandatory right to be released regardless of the offence's gravity. Now let us see bail in India, that is specific sections under CrPC as well as BNSS. For small or less serious crimes called bailable offences, getting bail is your legal right. The police or court must grant you bail and release you. They cannot refuse it. If you are poor, you must be released even if you cannot pay for a guarantee, that is surety, as long as you sign a personal bond. Section 436 says, this section says that in bailable offences, the accused has a legal right to bail. That means every person arrested on the basis of any crime has the right to get bail. Police or court cannot refuse bail and must release the bail on bond or surety. This CrPC is replaced by BNS and the section is 480, and it continues that in bailable offences, bail is mandatory. Non-bailable offences. For big or serious crimes called non-bailable offences, bail is not a right. The judge decides, the magistrate decides whether to or not to give the bail. Section CrPC 437 says that where bail is not a right, the magistrate decides whether to grant bail based on seriousness of the crime, risk of absconding and criminal history. And this section is replaced by section 481 BNSS. It states that in non-bailable offences, bail is discretionary. especially restricted in offences punishable with death or life imprisonment. High Court and Sessions Court bail. CrPC section 439 says that High Court and Session Court special power. They have special power to grant bail in non-bailable offences and also to cancel the bail. This section is again replaced by BNSS 482, which continues the same power, allowing higher courts to grant or cancel bail with wider discretion. Now let us look at the case laws. Talab Haji Hussain versus Madhukar Purushottam Mondkar. In this case, it talks about bailable offences, less serious crimes, where the law says you must get bail. The court confirmed that in bailable offence, the accused has a right to bail and cannot be denied it by a lower court. However, the Supreme Court also clarified that the High Court can cancel this bail later if the accused starts misbehaving, such as threatening witnesses, to ensure a fair trial. The core rule of this section is that bail is the right in bailable offences. Following with the another case, the state of Rajasthan versus Balchand, 1977. This is the most famous bail case and introduced the golden rule of bail. Bail is the rule, jail is the exception. For non-bailable offences, serious crimes, granting bail is the court's choice. The court held that a person should generally be given bail unless there are strong reasons not to, just or such as high chance they will run away, threaten witness, or commit another crime. It simply says that bail is the rule even in non-bailable offence unless the accused is a genuine risk. Following with the conclusion, bailable offences ensure the accused can secure release as a matter of right, reflecting the less serious nature of the crime, and in non-bailable offences, allowing bail only at the court's discretion. The ultimate goal is that the system balances the right of the accused with public safety and justice, ensuring both liberty and accountability. Together, these categories maintain fairness in criminal justice system, ensuring both liberty and accountability. With this, I conclude with my PPT. Thank you so much.